Platform 6 for the 14:15 LNER Azuma service to London King's Cross, calling at Wakefield Westgate, Doncaster, Grantham, Stevenage and London King's Cross. This train has 9 carriages. The next train to arrive at platform 15 will be the 14:13 Transpennine Express service to Saltburn, calling at York, Thirsk, Northallerton, Yarm, Thornaby, Middlesbrough, Redcar Central and Saltburn. This train has 6 carriages. Due to short platforms, passengers for Thirsk should board the front 5 carriages. The next train to depart from platform 7A will be the 14:16 Northern service to York, calling at Crossgates, Garforth, East Garforth, Micklefield and York. This train has 2 carriages. Platform 7A for the 14:16 Northern service to York. The next train to depart from platform 13B will be the 14:17 Northern service to Wigan Wallgate via Dewsbury, calling at Morley, Batley, Dewsbury, Mirfield, Brighouse, Sowerby Bridge, Myselmroyd, Hebden Bridge, Todmorden, Woolsden, Littleborough, Smithy Bridge, Rochdale, Manchester Victoria, Salford Central, Salford Crescent, Swinton, Moorside, Walkden, Atherton, Hagfold, Daisy Hill, Hindley and Wigan Wallgate. This train has 4 carriages. Platform 13B for the 14:17 Northern service to Wigan Wallgate via Dewsbury. Platform 15. The next train to depart from platform 10B will be the 14:19 Northern service to Doncaster, calling at Outwood, Wakefield Westgate, Sandal and Agbrigg, Fitzwilliam, South Elmsall, Adwick, Bentley and Doncaster. This train has 3 carriages. Platform 10B for the 14:19 Northern service to Doncaster. May I have your attention please on platform 11B. The 14:29 Northern service to Nottingley via Wakefield Westgate has been cancelled. This is due to a fault on this train. The next train to depart from platform 2B will be the 14:26 Northern service to Skipton, calling at Shipley, Saltaire, Bingley, Crossflats, Keighley, Steeton and Silsden, Cononley and Skipton. This train has 4 carriages. Platform 2B for the 14:26 Northern service to Skipton. The next train to depart from platform 13B will be the 14:32 Northern service to Sheffield via Castleford, calling at Woodlesford, Castleford, Normanton, Wakefield, Kirkgate, Darton, Barnsley, Wombwell, Elsica, Chapeltown, Meadowhall and Sheffield. This train has 2 carriages. Platform 13B for the 14:32 Northern service to Sheffield via Castleford. The next train to depart from platform 4B will be the 14:33 Northern service to Ilkley, calling at Guiseley, Menston, Burley in Wharfdale, Ben Ridding and Ilkley. This train has 4 carriages. Platform 4B for the 14:33 Northern service to Ilkley. This is a security message. If you see something that doesn't look right, speak to staff or text the British Transport Police on 61016. We'll sort it. See it, say it, sorted. This is a platform alteration. The 1359 Northern service to Harrogate via Harrogate will now depart from platform 5B. Next train to depart from platform 6C will be the 1442 Northern service to Bradford Forster Square, calling at Kirkstall Forge, Apperley Bridge, Shipley, Frisinghall and Bradford Forster Square. This train has 4 carriages. Platform 6C for the 1442 Northern service to Bradford Forster Square. The next train to depart from platform 1 will be the 1445 LNER Azuma service to London King's Cross, calling at Wakefield Westgate, Doncaster, Peterborough and London King's Cross. This train has 10 carriages. A food and drink service will be available and served to you at your seat on board this train. First class accommodation is at the front of the train. Platform 1 for the 1445 LNER Azuma service to London King's Cross. The next train to depart from platform 3B will be the 1429 Northern service to Poppleton via Harrogate, calling at Burley Park, Headingley, Horsforth, Wheaton, Pannell, Hornbeam Park, Harrogate, Starbeck, Knaresborough, Cattle, Hamerton and Poppleton. This train has 2 carriages. Platform 3B for the 1429 Northern service to Poppleton via Harrogate. The next train to arrive at platform 8D will be the 1508 Cross Country service to Edinburgh, calling at York, Darlington, Durham, Newcastle, Morpeth, Berwick-upon-Tweed and Edinburgh. This train has 5 carriages. First class accommodation is at the front of the train. Next train to arrive at platform 12 will be the 1511 Cross Country service to Plymouth, calling at Wakefield Westgate, Sheffield, Derby, Tamworth, Birmingham New Street, Cheltenham Spa, Bristol Parkway, Bristol Temple Meads, Taunton, Tiverton Parkway, Exeter St David's, Newton Abbot, Totnes and Plymouth. This train has 10 carriages. Smoking is not allowed anywhere at this station or on trains. This includes e-cigarettes. Platform 12 for the 1511 Cross Country service to Plymouth, calling at Wakefield Westgate, Sheffield, Derby, Tamworth, Birmingham New Street, Cheltenham Spa, Bristol Parkway, Bristol Temple Meads, Taunton, Tiverton Parkway, Exeter St David's, Newton Abbot, Totnes and Plymouth. This train has 10 carriages. Train to depart from platform 11B will be the 1512 Northern service to Manchester Victoria via Halifax, calling at Bramley, New Pudsey, Bradford Interchange, Halifax, Hebden Bridge, Todmorden, Rochdale and Manchester Victoria. This train has 4 carriages. Platform 11B for the 1512 Northern service to Manchester Victoria via Halifax. The next train to arrive at platform 16 will be the 1515 Transpennine Express service to Liverpool Lime Street via Manchester Victoria, calling at Dewsbury, Huddersfield, Staley Bridge, Manchester Victoria, Newton Le Willows, Lee Green and Liverpool Lime Street. This train has 5 carriages. Due to short platforms, passengers for Newton Le Willows and Lee Green should board the front 4 carriages. The next train to depart from platform 6 will be the 15:15 LNER Azuma service to London King's Cross, calling at Wakefield Westgate, Doncaster, Grantham, Stevenage and London King's Cross. This train has 9 carriages. A food and drink service will be available and served to you at your seat on board this train. First class accommodation is at the front of the train. Platform 6 for the 15:15 LNER Azuma service to London King's Cross. Platform 15B for the 15:13 Transpennine Express service to Saltburn, calling at York, Thirsk, Northallerton, Yarm, Thornaby, Middlesbrough, Redcar Central and Saltburn. This train has 3 carriages.